Oh yeah, it's a road game. I mean, that's just how we look at it. I mean, it's it's a road game. Ain't no doubt. Might as well just play in Baton Rouge. It would be no different. But we have better weather here in the Dome, so it'll be good. But yeah, it's no different. As I said earlier, it'd be like us playing the national championship in Greenville, South Carolina. 40 minutes up the road. Our social media in the fall, that came from the seniors. I want to say it was either 2012 or 13. They just came to me and said, "Hey, Coach, this is something we'd like to do. What do you think about it?" And I went, "Y'all asking me what I think about it? Oh, shoot, that's great with me." Yeah. And so I said, "Y'all want to do it? Then y'all do it." And so they did. And now it's just become a part of our culture. And every year, I love it. Every August, these people who do no homework, they just write these articles and they bash Coach Swinney. I'm taking everybody's First Amendment right. I'm just this and that. And it's just laughable every year. Yeah, it didn't come from me, but I get beat up every August. It's like on a loop. Here it comes. When's the social media article? Oh, there it is. So it's just crazy. It was either the 12 or 13. I want to say it was Grady Jarrett's group, if I remember correctly. And so all I do every year is literally the report date. When I meet with my seniors, I'm like, all right, here's been the policy. You guys want to keep it? What do y'all want to do? And every year, this year they all look at me like I'm crazy. Like, what are you talking about? This is what we do. So I'm like, all right, well, here we go. Absolutely. I just think the biggest thing, in this world, it just eliminates one thing they feel the need to have to do. It's not like they're not on it and keeping up with the world, but just young people today feel like they've got to respond to every nut job out there. I mean, that's just kind of the world. Like somebody says something bad, and it's like you feel like you have to respond, and it's just the craziest thing. And so I just think it eliminates the emotion and just takes a little pressure off of them. And so I don't know. I mean, it's been worked fine for us, but I don't really pay much attention to it. But I think we probably do as good a job as anybody. We just had a lady come in and speak to our team last Saturday about social media. She spoke for an hour. She did an amazing job, and she was a person that was affected and lost her career. And I think it's important to educate. Social media is great. I mean, there's lots of positives that come from it. But I mean, what you click and what you send, what you type. I mean, the world now, you're going to be held accountable for that 20 years later. And people change and people grow up and people mature and good people do stupid things. And so, I mean, there's a lot of us sitting here. I'm pretty sure y'all are happy y'all aren't being held accountable for social media 20 years ago for something stupid that you did. So I know I am. You have to ask all them smart people. I don't know. It doesn't really seem to matter. We'll win 50 in a row. We'll still be the underdog.
The 2012 Peach Bowl, you beat LSU on the last play of the game. Where does that game fit into the upward mobility of your program?
It was the next step. The first step was my first team in 2009 winning a division. I mean, you can't win. I always tell guys, you can't win 5 till you win 4. You can't win 4 till you win 3. You got to take the steps. And I think so many people, so many programs, they try to take a shortcut. There's no elevator. You got to take the steps. And that's a grind. But for me, 2009 was the first step because we needed to win a division. And my first year, we won a division. We played for the ACC championship. We got beat. But that was the first step. The next step was learn how to handle adversity. 2010, we lost 5 games by 6 points or less, 2 of them in overtime. 1 of them to the national champion at Auburn in overtime. All right? We learned how to handle adversity. Our culture was taking root. 2011 was the next step because we needed to win an ACC championship. We hadn't done it in 20 years. So we won 10 games for the first time in 20 years. We won the ACC championship, and then we got our butts kicked in the Orange Bowl. So we come back in 12, and we win 11 games. So now consistency, back-to-back 10-plus win seasons. And now we get back to a big bowl, and we beat LSU, and a team that was way better than us. I mean, there ain't no doubt. That might be the best defense I've ever seen. That LSU defense of 12. But taking the next step of winning a game like that on a national stage, and the belief, and so the belief that came from that and what we were doing, and then you come back in 13, back to the Orange Bowl, beat Ohio State, you win your first BCS Bowl, and then the next year win 10 again. We beat South Carolina. We had a losing streak to South Carolina, beat Oklahoma, and then in 15 we're in the national championship. Got beat. 16 we're back, we win it. 17, we're right here in New Orleans, kind of fat and happy as the champions, and we played like crap, and they punched us in the mouth, all right, and they were a better team, and then come back last year and win it again. So it's just been a step along the way for us. Oh, yeah. Well, I think walk-ons are critical to the success of your program, and we've done a great job of evaluating those guys and developing those guys too. And you just mentioned a couple. I mean, Luke Price has been a heck of a player for us this year. Phillip Price, our left tackle, he was our starting left tackle on our first ACC championship team, a walk-on. Hunter Renfro is, speaks for itself. So I just think that. Those guys they bring hunger, and certainly got to be good enough, but they bring hunger, they bring commitment, they bring work ethic, they bring great value to your team, and I think great perspective to your team and a good balance. So I've just always believed that, and have worked hard to develop them. I don't know. I just try to be myself. I really just, that's one thing I learned early on is being me. Dabo got me here, and I just try to be me. I don't really know how to, if I try to do something somebody else's way, I'm probably not going to be very successful. So I just try to be who I am. I don't really do anything different than I did when I was coaching my group. I don't coach the team. I coach the team. You ask Tony Elliott, all right, who played for me, or any of these. He was a receiver for me. I coach the team exactly the way I coach my position group. I don't really do it any different. I just get to coach a bigger group, and I coach the coaches the same way. And but as far as all this stuff, I just try to, I answer questions. Sometimes people ask me questions, and I give them an answer, and then they beat me up for my answer. It's the darndest thing, because it wasn't the answer they wanted or didn't fit the narrative or agenda. And so, but I try to, I could just be we're on the LSU guy, but I try not to do that. I try to answer the questions and the best I can.
How many yards did you save by making Adam Smotherman?
I don't know, but those guys are great to watch, man. They're really fun to watch. But yeah, Smo's got his hands full because we call him Vinny. He turns into Vinny on game day. He's got this, because Brent, really, if you're around him off the field, he is like one of the sweetest people you'll ever meet. He just has this gentle spirit. He's got these two cute little daughters, and he's just so docile and kind and sweet. And then you walk on the practice field or a game field, and, he turns into Vinny. It's 4th and 1 every day, and everybody's out to get him. So that's just his mindset, and Smo's done a good job of just keeping him corralled. Tua's special. I mean, he's one of the best quarterbacks we've seen come through the college ranks. Awesome person. I mean, just a phenomenal young man. I reached out to him when he got hurt and communicated with him a little bit. He's been so good for the game, just what he represents. Obviously didn't get to coach him, but I know full well what type of teammate he was and the type of leader, and I know Coach Saban has a great appreciation for that as well, and the mark that he left on their program. And but he impacted a lot of people through his platform at the University of Alabama playing quarterback. But from a talent standpoint, I mean, he's awesome. I mean, if I was an NFL, I'd be taking Tua because he's a winner. He's a very savvy, smart, instinctive player. He's tough. He's got a great heart. He's going to make everybody else around him better, and those are qualities that you want to have in a quarterback. So he's got a great future, and he'll heal up, get well, and he'll make a great player for somebody.
All right, Coach.